So Pixelgun 3D's doing some reimaginings of some of their older weapons for the 12th anniversary, and one of those is the Protector Piece. So I wanted to make a video because nobody's, from what I understand, made a video on this. And I remember this weapon being pretty good, so I figured, you know what, I'll show it off before all the copycats do it. So, this is your standard charge shot weapon. It was one of the last Elite Challenge weapons to be in the Legendary grade. I believe after that was the zombie update. And I think it was what, the Sharp Flame, is that what it was called? But anyways, we're going to play around with this for a little bit. We're going to have some fun. At least we'll try to have some fun. I'll rant about this game a little bit. I know I haven't made a Pixelgun video in a long time. So yeah, let's just get back into it. Let me see. What map would be good for this weapon? I guess I'd say Classic Pool, but we know all the 3-cap players love that map, so we're going to try to stay away from it. We'll do Train Robbery and maybe Arabia Dust. We'll see. We'll see how long I can play this game before I get annoyed. But yeah, it's been, what, 3 years since I made a Pixelgun 3D video with, like, commentary in it? I can't remember anymore. It's been a long time. So, with this weapon, it does have a slow charge time, so you gotta time your shots. So I do say this weapon does have skill. It's a lot trickier to get kills with this than, say, the Ultimatum, the Cyber Cat Lantern, you know, all those kind of meta weapons. On PC, this weapon's definitely better, for sure. So, I have a feeling they're gonna bring this weapon back for the 12th anniversary in, like, a trader's van, so I'm gonna try to avoid upgrading it until then, because I don't want to waste my gems, and then they bring it back in a trader's van, and you can get the upgrade for cheap. Because the mythical upgrades are too expensive in this game. Way too expensive. Way too expensive. There we go. But, yeah, you gotta time your shots with a weapon like this. Another weapon that's very similar to this is the Charge Cannon, which is actually pretty good for an epic grade weapon. Like, that's probably one of the only weapons I could think of off the top of my head where you don't need to upgrade it. Oh, I messed up there. I messed up. I'm probably gonna leave. We're gonna leave. I think I'm the only real person on this team. But, yeah, it's just, you gotta time your shots, like all the other charge shot weapons. But it doesn't really have any special abilities, but they released some kind of changelog, and it said that is the, what I presume to be the 2025 counterpart to this weapon. It has charge shot, it has a, dash ability, and I think shields penetration or something like that. So, it's gonna be a little bit different than this one, obviously. So it's essentially a brand new weapon, which is honestly how they should have done the rework. I didn't like in the past how they basically completely changed the weapon, like say the Pig Hammer, what was the other ones? The Katana, the Invader. You know, they completely just changed the weapons, so if you wanted to use the original, you were out of luck, unless you downloaded an older version of this game. So, I like the way they're doing it now, where instead of completely just changing the weapon and making them look ugly, you know, you keep the original for people who want to use it, and then you also have the new weapon for people who want to check it out. So I don't have a problem with that. I think it's cool. But, yeah, like the Pig Hammer, that was one of the oldest weapons in the game that hasn't changed, and then they got rid of it. And that was like, what, 3 years ago now? 2023 was like, no, 2023, 2022. Because Pixelgun 3D started getting lazy, they stopped adding new weapons. Instead, they started doing these stupid reworks instead of adding new weapons. It's so stupid. It's like, a lot of times the reworks were actually worse. In some ways. Like the Airblade spell, I think that was one of them. They got rid of, no, the charge shot rifle. Super shot rifle. They got rid of the slowdown ability. What did they do? They gave a jump boost. Completely useless. Because most players have the double jump boots or boots that just give that ability anyway. So it's completely useless. They got rid of one ability for another one that nobody's gonna use. And I don't think I've seen anybody use that weapon since they reworked it. So they wasted their time reworking weapons nobody's gonna use anyway. So I'm like, just make a new weapon. Just make a new weapon. Because there's people who use the older weapons. So where is this dude? No, I'm just gonna leave. Oh, actually, we're winning. We're winning. I think there's another guy on my team. A real player person. A real person. Alright, so he's over there. Alright, so I got him on the side. So this weapon doesn't have a big range. You have to do a direct hit. Or get killed with the bombs. He just killed himself. See what I mean? It's like these players, they say they're all skill-based, but they kill themselves. They use broken weapons. It's like, these are the type of players who we're arguing with when it comes to, like, quote-unquote skill. If you're using the ultimatum and all this other kind of crap, you don't have skill. See, like that? It's an instant one-shot. Instant one-shot. See, it's like, I don't even know why I even play this game anymore, because every match is the exact same thing. It's a 3-cap player. It's somebody who spams a broken weapon of the week. It's never... The casual players always get screwed over. And this is where Pixel Gun 3D dies. It's like, you level up, you get punished for leveling up. You're not allowed to use your favorites anymore, and if you do, you're punished. You're punished. Where is this? There we go. I think I'm just gonna leave. I'm kind of getting bored. I'm getting bored. This guy's carrying the team. This guy's carrying the team. He just died. So boring. Like, I don't blame this game. I don't blame people for quitting this game. It's just fucking boring. It's just so boring. Excuse my language. It's just so boring. I think after this we're gonna play Radiant Dust, because I feel like that would be a better map for this weapon. Just got killed from the other side of the map. Projectile got stuck. I mean, I could use the keys right now, so I guess I'll just stay. But you can see at its core, this weapon has good damage. It just depends on the map you use it on and the players you're playing against. One shot. See that? Crazy. See how broken this game is? You know, what's funny? It's like they haven't introduced new weapons as much as they used to, but they somehow can't balance their game. They can't balance weapons that are already in this game. Does that make any sense? It's such a joke. It's like you guys are scared to add more than 7 new weapons in an update, but you can't fix the ones that are already in the game. Such a joke. And they wonder why nobody plays their game anymore. It's because of stuff like this. The only enjoyment I get out of this game is using older weapons. Because the new weapons, no offense to the artists, but they just don't look like pixel gun weapons anymore, to me. And, you know, I think after this update, I'm probably not going to play anymore regularly. Because it's like, the new weapons aren't appealing to me. They aren't. The new designs just don't look good to me. They don't have the black outlines anymore, and I know it's just a couple pixels, and it doesn't really make a difference, but I feel like the black outlines on weapons is such a big part of Pixel Gun 3D's identity. So that's something that's iconic. That's such a memorable part of this game. It's like every weapon had the black outline. It was such a definitive part of this game. But to just get rid of it like that, it just shows this game has no identity anymore. It just doesn't. All they do is copy, and I know this has been an issue, that they copy existing media. Pixel Gun 3D's been around for so long, there's no excuse for it. They can easily come up with their own stuff. So much potential for updates, and they just do an Anime Season Volume 3 that nobody asks for. Nobody asks for that. Nobody asks for it. Nobody cares. They could have easily done a sequel to another update if they wanted to do something like that. They didn't need to make more anime weapons. And the weapons they added in this update, they just don't feel like Pixel Gun weapons. They just look like fan-made stuff. They just look like fan-made weapons. To me, they just don't feel like Pixel Gun stuff anymore. And honestly, that's kind of a breaking point for me. Like, if the weapons aren't appealing, then I'm not gonna bother doing the battle pass. Like I said, I think this is gonna be the last update I do it, like, automatically. I think after this, I think you'll have to have some really cool looking weapons to draw me in. I think I'm done. I think I'm retired. We're good. I just can't anymore. You know, I have other things I gotta do anyway, so I guess it's kind of a good time to depart. But Pixel 3D will always be a big part of my life. It will always, it'll always mean a lot to me. You know, it really sucks when the most viewed videos of Pixel 3D are videos complaining about the game, hating on the game. And I'm sure the developers are tired of it, but you guys keep doing the same thing over and over again. So you have nobody but to blame but yourselves. And I honestly, I'm not excited. I'm not excited for the next update. I really am not excited because from the looks of it, more or less it's the same thing. The only upside is that there's a new game mode, so that's cool. That's cool. I've been dying to see a new game mode for a long time. We haven't gotten one since like Christmas 2023. Every event they've done is just copy and pasted stuff. It's the same thing every single time. It's just you get maybe like what, one or two new items behind a fancy looking menu. You get these new tokens, whatever. You redeem them behind a new fancy menu, and that's it. It's the same thing. It's a variation of the same thing. Like Lock and Load, this new event, it's pretty much the same thing as every other event. It's just collect currency on a map, redeem the reward behind a fancy looking menu, and that's it. That's it. It's the same thing. No new game modes, no new maps. We haven't gotten new maps in a long time. They keep bringing the same maps over and over again. See, this is what I don't understand. They say we're going to do map rotation, but the maps they bring back more or less are the same thing. Like, what did they even bring back this update? Forge? Red light, green light? Yeah, that's not normal. Every other update, it's usually one new map, and then the rest of the time, it's like train robbery. Train robbery, White House, it's always the same thing. Actually, no, Harbor King Shrine did come back, but no, it's train robbery, Four Seasons, White House. It's always the same three. These maps, Ants Life, they always bring the same maps back. They remove these, and then maybe a month from now, they're going to put train robbery in here. You know how it's going to work. It's the same thing every single time. North Pole, we had a couple months ago, so I don't even count that. Same with Checkmate. Did they remove this map or bring it back again within the past couple months? I don't even remember anymore. It's always the same thing. Pixelmon 3 has a huge library of maps. Some of them haven't come back in years, like Secret Base, and no, what do? They bring back train robbery again. For the millionth time. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So many maps in this game that haven't come back in years. But in the next update, apparently they're bringing it back inside the code, but I don't know if they're reworking it or they're bringing the original one. Knowing them, it's probably going to be reworked because I think it's going to tie into the new game mode. Most likely. But will it be based on the original, or is it going to be based on the one from the campaign? That's the question. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with that. I mean, I'm in probably the minority, but I do like it when they rework older maps, because it breathes new life into them, and it's essentially a brand new map. Like, Gadget Factory is a good example. It was essentially a reworked Toy Factory, but it's at the same time kind of a new map. And that hasn't come back in years either. Hasn't come back in years. Would have been perfect for Easter, but no, they didn't bring that back. Actually, no, it would have fit perfectly with that event they did a couple months ago, where you had to build a robot. Would have been perfect for that. Nope, didn't bring that back either. No, why did they bring back Ants Life? Ants Life, of course. No, actually, they didn't do. No, they brought back Ants Life, but I think it was the next update after that, because they didn't do the map rotation for the what was that update called again? See, their updates are so forgettable. Yeah, Robot Games. All they do is a copy-pasted event, and they do, like, 7 new weapons. That's it. That's all they do. That's all they do. You know, look at what they did in 2021. I mean, it was not perfect, but look at what we got. We got, like, 15 new weapons in update. We got a brand new map. It was awesome. Like, we got a lot of stuff. They were well themed to the updates. We got quality of life changes too. 2021 was the last time I feel like they tried. You know, like, I think now with the new events they're doing, I feel like with that 2021 format, the updates could be even better. They could be even better. So it's just disappointing. It breaks my heart. You know, this game, like I said, it means a lot to me. To just see it roll in its grave is just, it's disappointing. You know, when were brought by Nexters, they have a lot of money put behind them, and I feel like the updates have gotten worse. Because I feel like they don't even have to try anymore. I feel like they don't even really have to try. They just gotta bring back like a couple maps. No, a couple older weapons that players die for, and that's it. Just rotate the same things over and over again. Because honestly, I have more fun playing Pixelgun World, which has less updates and less players on it than than modern Pixelgun 3D. You know, that's how bad it's gotten. That's how bad it's gotten. And I'm honestly shocked Pixelgun 3D haven't tried to take that game down yet. Because a lot of companies are greedy when it comes to that stuff. So, you know, kudos to developers for not getting rid of it. They're not trying to take it down. Great. We can at least kind of relive the memories. Because honestly, in a way, old Pixelgun and new Pixelgun are completely different games. Just with the same assets. To me. You know, Pixelgun has changed a lot. Even though at its core it's the same game that we've known for the past 12 years, it's changed so much. The meta's changed so much. The maps and mechanics have changed so much. You know? I think eventually I'm just gonna have to pull the plug because I can't keep playing this game forever. I can't keep playing this game forever. But I think I'll probably make a couple videos for the 12th anniversary. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. And I think that would be it. For good. But you know, if there's a weapon you guys want me to do a video on, I could do it. I have almost every single weapon in this game. I have some that I didn't craft yet. I also have some weapons like the locator that you can't get anymore. So if you guys want to see that, I could do it. You know, I remember I used to stream this game pretty often. I had a lot of fun doing that, but you know, you don't really see people making videos anymore in Pixelgun 3D, like doing streams. I know there's some people who still do it, but you know, I can't do it anymore. I just don't have the patience. I don't really find enjoyment. I do play Pixelgun, but not as much as I used to. But I don't even think I'm gonna do that anymore. I think I'm just gonna probably call it quits. All right, let's get the skin chest. Please give me these. I want these. Res gives me. All right, I'll take that. Take some Pixel Pass credits. I have a feeling we're gonna need it for the event store that's coming out with the birthday update. So, how much do I have? I have 31. All right, let me see. Battle Royale. I won't bore you guys with that. I'll just do it off camera. I think that'll be it for this video. So overall, this weapon's pretty solid. It's simple, but it gets the job done. It's a good weapon. This weapon, I think they're gonna bring it back for the 12th anniversary, like a Vantage, something like that. So, if you're a new player and this comes back for coins or something, I could recommend this. This is a good weapon to have. But keep in mind, if you're not on PC, it's a little bit harder to use this on mobile. But overall, good weapon. And also, actually, this avatar is coming back too. They're doing a reimagining of this. So, yeah, I'll definitely, if I can get it, I'll definitely do a comparison between this one and the new variants that's coming out. So, you know, I'll see you guys in the next one.